Okay, it's time to make a new loaf of bread. Got the bowl here, get the starter out. We need 540 millilitres of water. I'm putting 100 grams of water into the starter and I'll stir it around. I'm pouring the starter in. There was 180 grams of starter. Right, so we've got 540 grams of water, 180 grams of starter, and now 540 grams of strong red flour. Right, we need to mix this up. It only takes a couple of minutes. So it's not a big deal getting it perfectly mixed because it'll bubble up over the next few hours. This little scraper is very handy, and then I'll cover it over to stop it from drying out. So this is about 6 hours later. If you stir this, it's quite frothy just by stirring it. The gas is coming out. To take out 180 grams of this mixture as the starter for the next loaf of bread into the fridge, to add some more flour, some salt, and mixing it up, kneading it. And this is where I cheat a little bit because I've got a bread machine here, only because it's a bit sticky at this stage. (1064 grams). It never seems to be 1080, perhaps because there's stuff stuck on the various bowls. It's important now not to forget to add the salt, in about 150 grams of the strong white bread flour. If you want to, you could have used a wholemeal flour, but I quite like to use white, and then to add about 70 grams of rye flour, and that, well, it just gives a really nice taste and a little bit of brownness and texture. This into the machine and get it started. So you can kind of see it's doing the dirty work for me, and that'll be ready to take out in about 10 or 15 minutes. So it's about a minute or so into the kneading, but it's really very sticky. It's been going for 3 or 4 minutes now. Beginning to look better. It's about 11 minutes and it's looking nice and smooth. So I'm going to take this out, tip it into the bowl, and that's the kneaded dough. Cover it and then leave it puffed up nicely. So now what we have to do is to fold this to get a few nice big bubbles into it. Put some flour on the bench here. I'm trying as much as possible not to break too many of the bubbles inside. So there we are, that's the loaf. And what I want to do is try to stretch it out like this. And then fold it like that. Nice smooth feel to it. And I want to put it into this banneton. I'm going to turn it around and around and around, kind of like a mushroom. Chuck it in the banneton upside down. The upside down bit, the bottom bit, is going to be the top of the bread. And now I'm sealing up this part. That's going to be the bottom of the bread. Now I'm going to put some of this flour onto the bread, whiz it around so it all gets nicely coated. You can see that's the top and this bottom. It's all nicely coated, and that is almost ready to bake. I put the bread in the banneton up there, and I'm going to put that for 20 minutes onto convection 100 degrees. And what that's going to do is, well, it's going to get the bread warmed up a bit while the oven's heating up. What I'm going to do is, with some boiling water, is to pour that into the bottom of the oven, preparing the oven tray with some flour on it. We're about 20 minutes later, and this is warm, risen a bit, to tip it upside down onto the tray. And now we also have to do some cuts with a knife. And you want to do the cuts reasonably deep. Right, so opening the oven, putting the bread in, you'll see that the steam is steaming. And that goes in for 50 minutes. Now straight away, this is on max. I'm just going to turn it down to 200. Because that's about right. And yeah, 50 minutes, that'll begin to rise up. Timer on for 50 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're 10 minutes through, and it's well, it's coming up nicely. Look at that. I think it'll be a very pleasant loaf. Okay, time to take it out of the oven. Looks nice. Yeah, that's a perfectly satisfactory loaf.